Doc, does this game shock you?
No, the way we're playing shocks me. Our attitude shocks me. We're just not ready to win any games right now. The way we play, the way our approach is to basketball games. I told him that with about 5 minutes left. I said, if we win, great. It's you find your own way, because right now I just think we're really selfish. We've become very, very selfish, and that as far as trying to get our own. But everything's about how you're playing individually instead of how the team is playing, and you can see it. Guy struggles, he pouts, he moans, because everything is me on our team right now. Feeling sorry for themselves instead of giving themselves to the team and playing. And you can just see it manifest throughout the team. So until we get through that, we'll continue to have results like we had tonight. Clearly should have won the game. I thought our starting unit in particular came in casual in the fourth quarter, cool, assumed they were going to win the game, screwing around, no urgency. And then all of a sudden when that game got won, the butts got tight. Because those shots don't, when you got that 11-point lead, those shots aren't easy anymore. And to me, I always say it, you screw around with the game will screw around with you.
Why do you think they're doing? I'm sorry. Why do you think?
Because either I'm doing a terrible job getting to them, or right now they're just not there, and I don't know why. That's my job to figure it out, though.
Last year,
at one point, Gerald Henderson gets a rebound with you guys. Basically, just standing there looking at him.
Yeah, Murph, we deserve everything they did. We deserve. So I'm not going to comment on individual plays. I just think we deserve everything.
Does it go back to what you were talking about in the New York game that happened?
No, it had nothing to do with soft.
Paul's got something going on. Rondo's kind of in a slump. When you got two guys, or a couple of different guys, not just those two.
I could care less about their slumps.
Well, right. Is it hard when two guys are both trying to get themselves out of things?
No, it's not hard. You just keep playing. You play hard. You're not going to play well every night. But it can't be about you playing well. It's got to be, let me do something else to help the team.
How does that something like this
manifest
itself?
I don't know how, but it does, and it's happening to us. It hasn't happened to us, I would say, in a long time, but it has. And, we'll either get out of it or we won't.
From your experience, though, Doc, when it has happened, what usually kind of gets you guys back on track?
Themselves. Not me or any coach, themselves. I've used it before, but sometimes you got to find your way. The guys have to. They have to be honest with each other first, though. And until that happens, I'm just going to tell you, until that happens, we're going to have these results.
Is this as discouraged as you've been in a while?
Yeah.
You remember?
I don't have a particular date when the last time I got discouraged. I'll try to look that up.
Safe to say in the Big Three era?
I don't know. It's up there.
The energy from the first quarter, it seemed like you came out with something.
Yeah, but again, we played great the first 8 minutes, and then right when adversity came from, we start turning the ball over, making bad plays, but that happens in games. And then heads dropped, and to me, the game was from that point on.
Doc, there's a notion that you guys went through something like this last year.
Nothing like this.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
No, nothing like this. Last year, I shut them down. They were injured. They're not injured. They're not playing well.
Last year, Perk said, or hinted certainly strongly, that the team got bored. Do you think they're bored?
Yeah. And last year we lost Game 7 on the road.
Is there any screaming or yelling going on in that locker room, or are they trying to figure it out?
I have no idea. I didn't go in the locker room.
Do you think there should be? Do you think they should be at this point? I mean, you're an NBA veteran and you played in the league.
They'll figure it out.
Doc, do you have more confidence in them than they have in themselves right now?
Yeah, I always do. That's probably always. Even when we lost 18 in a row. I thought, geez, we're winning the next one. But that's a coach's job. I know that what we have in the locker room is good enough to win the title as far as talent. I also know right now, as far as our minds, we're not good enough. Until they move to that next step again. They were there early in the year, and they were there in other parts, but right now they're not.
You said that you're not yelling and screaming at them. They obviously feed off.
No, I didn't say I wasn't. He asked, was they yelling and screaming at each other?
So this requires screaming.
Well, it requires whatever it requires. I don't, I scream probably more than you know, but that's not for public notice,
Was there a moment that you started to see this happen? When did it start?
Well, today there was a moment, for sure. In the middle of the game, it was just clear. And then the fourth quarter, I thought our bench did a terrific job getting us a cushion. The worst thing I did was put the starters back in.
Did Delonte injure himself at all?
Yeah, that one he did, but he was okay. And, that was a tough one for me because I wanted to keep him in. I thought he was playing well. Well, he wasn't playing well, but he was playing with a great spirit. But then he came out. Then he said he could go back in, and I didn't want to take the. I looked at Eddie, and Eddie was so
the ankle.
Yeah, and I just didn't want to take the chance. So that was on me.